So we go now to um, Module 15, no? So Module 15 talks about crimes against liberty, slavery, and servitude. So for this module, we are going to discuss about kidnapping, serious illegal detention, and unlawful arrest. Okay, that would be the highlight of our discussion under this module. So for kidnapping and serious illegal detention, no, this is a crime punished under Article 267 of the Revised Penal Code. So what are the elements? No, the elements of the crime are as follows. Number one, offender is a private individual. Okay, because if the offender is, I just need to adjust the video, because if the offender is a public official tasked to perform um, um, functions similar to a police officer or those of law enforcement, no, the crime would be arbitrary detention, not illegal detention. Okay, we already have discussed that crime. So under this particular provision of or particular crime, the offender must be a private individual. Second, he kidnaps or detain another or in any other manner deprives the latter of his liberty. So kidnapping is very common term, no? Without me explaining it to you into detail what kidnapping means, but you already know that it pertains to the deprivation of the liberty, no? You are curtailing, you are trying to withhold the person, no, against his own volition. Okay, withheld his right to freedom, right to go out, right to be free from any physical restraint, no. So that is the essence of kidnapping. The next element is that the act of detention or kidnapping must be illegal. There are instances, no, that even a private individual is authorized by law to detain someone, especially if that someone or if that particular person poses risk to the safety and security of the society. Even if you are just a civilian, you still have the right to detain someone. No, this is what we call citizens arrest, whereby a person is detained because he poses a safety and security risk among the other member of the community. So another element is that this commission of that in the commission or in the kidnapping, the following circumstances are present. Number one, that he that uh, the kidnapping is more than 3 days. So if the kidnapping or the detention exceeded 3 days, then the crime becomes serious, no. There is serious illegal detention. That if it is committed simulating public authority. So what do you mean by simulating public authority? That the kidnappers are pretending to be part of the armed forces, any law enforcement agencies such as PNP, PDEA, or whatever agency of the government that is tasked to enforce the law, or any public authority, maybe someone who pretends to be a governor, a congressman, no, just to ensure that the kidnapping um, to make sure that there to have an added threat, no. Can you imagine if you are being detained by someone in authority, no? So it would be an added threat to the family of the victim. Another instances or circumstance that will make the kidnapping or the detention serious is that any serious physical injuries, we already have discussed what is serious physical injuries, are inflicted upon the person kidnapped or detained, or there is a threat to kill him. No, so for example, most common scenario when we say kidnapping is kidnap for ransom, no? The most common reason, no, why kidnapping is being done is that the perpetrator wants to profit through ransom. So the most common threat is that if the family will not pay the ransom money, then the kidnappers will threaten to kill the victim. So if there is a threat of killing, then it will make the crime of illegal detention or kidnapping serious. Also, the attendance of this part of this particular instance will make the crime serious if the person kidnapped or detained is minor. Okay, female also, because the risk of a female victim being kidnapped that will be subjected to rape is very high. So it is, if you're going to kidnap a female victim, then the law will impose a higher penalty considering the situation of a female victim. Also, if the victim is a public officer, no, so the kidnappers will be impose a more hefty or a more heavy penalty. um, okay. So, slight legal detention, on the other hand, is that similar to serious illegal detention or kidnapping, except um, that the crime is committed without the attendant of any of the circumstances enumerated earlier, no, the things that I have mentioned. So the person was if the person was detained for less than 3 days, or there is no threat of killing, there is no physical injuries inflicted, or if the victim is not a minor female or public official, nor um, there was a simulation of a public authority, then the detention is considered merely as a slight detention. Okay? So that is slight illegal detention. Unlawful arrest, no? The next crime that we're going to discuss is unlawful arrest. What is unlawful arrest? Unlawful arrest pertains to, or the elements of the unlawful arrest are as follows. Number one, the offender the offender arrests or detain another person. Okay. Number two, the purpose of the offender is to deliver him to the proper authorities. Number three, that the arrest or detention is not authorized by law or there is no reasonable ground thereof. Again, ladies and gentlemen, as I already mentioned, there is what we call citizen's arrest, whereby a civilian like you are empowered or authorized by law to arrest someone, especially if there is a risk. If the person to be detained or arrested poses a risk as regards the safety and security of the community. So in this case, it is termed unlawful arrest if you arrest someone, even if your purpose, no, even if your purpose is noble, no, the purpose is to deliver him or her to the proper persons and authorities, but if based on the facts and the circumstances of the case, there is no basis for you to arrest, no, you just arrested someone you accuse of committing a crime. Let's say you saw someone, no, you look, yeah, for example, you are a civilian, okay, and in your locality there is a rampant akyat bahay, no, that akyat bahay activities that is happening. So one time you went out, no, and you went out at night at around 10 o'clock in the evening, and you saw a boy, no, or a man, no, you saw a man walking down you saw a man on the street walking and then wearing black jacket and a black bonnet, and you just assume that this person is one who perpetrates the rampant robbery in your society or in your community. So without any other basis, you just arrested that person and you detain that person, and then you call the police officer reporting that this person is what you have thought to be a robber, no, or a house thief. So based on that circumstance, no, that person who illegally detained the person who wears black jacket and black bonnet can be prosecuted for unlawful arrest, considering that the wearing of a black jacket and a black bonnet does not constitute any crime. So again, even if the intention is just to deliver that person to a proper authority, if there is no basis for you to arrest, then you will be held liable for unlawful arrest. Okay? Slavery, this is primarily uh, human trafficking, no, this is related to human trafficking, whereby you recruit someone, telling them that there will be work outside of their area, maybe outside of the Philippines, but instead of providing a legitimate source of employment, you subject this person to slavery. So it is really, this is covered under special law, so I don't think we need to discuss this under the revised penal code. Okay, so I think that would be all for module 15. So let's now proceed to module 16. Okay, so I just need to turn it